Good day, everyone. My name is Miran Pritka Bhatt, and today we will discuss an important topic. Should voting be compulsory for everyone? Voting is a basic right in a democracy. It gives citizens the power to choose their leaders and influence the future of their country. Through voting, people can express their opinions and decide who will represent them in government. However, an important question arises. Should everyone be required by law to vote? While some believe voting should remain a personal choice, others think it should be compulsory. So, what is mandatory voting? Mandatory voting is a law that requires all eligible citizens to participate in election. If someone does not vote without a valid reason, they may have to pay a small fine. For example, countries like Australia practice compulsory voting. The main aim of the system is to increase voter participation and ensure for more citizens take part in shaping their government. Now, let's look at the government in favor of mandatory voting. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Gayatri Sri. Thank you, Miran. There are several strong arguments in favor of mandatory voting. Firstly, it increases voter turnout. When voting is compulsory, more people participate in elections. This ensures that everyone's voice is heard, not just a small percentage of the population. Secondly, it makes election results more representative. When more citizens vote, the outcome better reflects the true opinion of the majority. Mandatory voting also promotes responsibility. It reminds citizens that participating in elections is part of being an active and responsible member of society. Now, how does it strengthen democracy? Higher participations makes democracy stronger because leaders are chosen by a larger number of people. This means they truly represent the majority. It also reduces the influence of small extreme groups. When only a few people vote, these groups may have a greater impact. But when most citizens participate, decisions become more balanced and fair. Finally, it promotes equality because every citizen's vote carries equal importance. However, not everyone agree with compulsory voting. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Shivani and thank you Gayatri. Now let's look at the arguments against mandatory voting. Many people believe that voting is a right, not a duty. In a democracy, citizens should have the freedom to decide whether they want to vote. Forcing people to vote may limit personal freedom. Some individuals may not to be interested in politics or may not feel informed enough to make a decision. Another concern is that uninterested voters might vote random just to avoid paying fine. This could reduce the quality of election result. There are also practical challenges. For example, how would the government enforce such a law? What about people who are sick, disabled, or living abroad during elections? Administrative costs could increase because the government would need system to track the penalties non-voters. Some people might even protest by submitting black or invalid votes intentionally. Now let's look at how mandatory voting affects young voters. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Juliana Das. I will be continuing the next slide. Mandatory voting can have a strong impact on young voters. On the positive side, it encourages youth participation. When young people are required to vote, they may become more aware of political issues and understand the importance of civic responsibility from an early age. It can also help build a lifelong habit of participating in elections. However, forcing young voters to participate may create negative feelings toward politics. Some may feel pressure or uninterested, which could reduce genuine engagement. On one hand, it can increase participation and strengthen democracy. On the other hand, it may limit personal freedom and create practical challenges. Whether voting should be compulsory depends on a country value, culture, and political system. So, we would like to leave you with a final thought. Is participation in democracy a duty that everyone must fulfill, or is it a personal choice? Thank you.